Haunted places in Louisiana. St. Louis Cemetery No. 1. New Orleans. Established in 1789, the St. Louis Cemetery is one of the oldest burial ground in New Orleans. Visitors hear strange noises and feel sudden cold spots. You just know that spirits are lingering around. There are some spirits are very well known, but there is one that stands out more than the others, and that's Voodoo Queen Marie Laveau. During her life, the Voodoo Queen was an excellent fortune teller. The occult and herbal remedies. Her bright color clothing and red and white turban make her a striking apparition. Visitors have reported scratching, pinching, and sudden illness attributed to her spirit. Her tomb was once marked with 3 X's leading to severe vandalism, but have been refurbished by the Archdiocese of New Orleans. Imagine how she was in life. Do you think she is that powerful in death? Charity Hospital. New Orleans, Louisiana. Founded in 1736, Charity Hospital was one of the oldest continuously operating hospitals in the United States until Hurricane Katrina hit in 2005. When the storm hit, not only the city of New Orleans was affected, but the city's main hospital, which was Charity Hospital, was damaged beyond repair and closed permanently. Reports of supernatural activity have said to reside inside the walls of the hospital. You can feel the energy around you, said an investigator. The air is heavy, you can hear laughter and crying in the hallways. That's fucking creepy. Bourbon Orleans Hotel. New Orleans, Louisiana. Originally, this hotel was a theater known as Théâtre d'Orléans. It hosted operas and rivaled European opera houses. Unfortunately, it met its fiery demise in and around arson and fire. Entrepreneur John Davis rebuilt it, and it became an international hit, the first of its kind in the United States. It has been said that 20 ghosts call the hotel home. Among the yellow fever victims, many of them young girls, a couple of nuns lost their lives on the property. One of the nuns committed suicide in room 644. Guests have also seen a dancing woman in the ballroom. Talk about ghost galore. Muriel's Restaurant. New Orleans, Louisiana. Located in historic Jackson Square, this place is the most haunted place in New Orleans. Originally a private home, this building dates back to the early 19th century. The food at the restaurant consists of Creole and Cajun delights, and on Sundays you can catch some live jazz music. Mostly every old building has a dark side. The carriageway at Muriel's dates back to the 1700s. It's believed to have once held slaves. Some say the troubled spirits still wanted there. One of the most famous spirits there is Mr. Pierre Anthony Jordan. He purchased the property after the Great Fire of New Orleans. Tragically, he lost his dream home in a poker bet and took his own life inside the house. Employees report glimmers of light and objects moving around. Muriel's always reserves a table for Mr. Jordan. They call it the ghost table. It's just sad that he didn't get to enjoy his home while he was alive, but I'm sure now he is, even if he has passed on. La Lauria Mansion. New Orleans, Louisiana. The history in this mansion scares me to death. I don't know how someone can be so evil. Next we are talking about the LaLaurie Mansion. The mansion was once home to socialite Madame Delphine LaLaurie. She was known to be cruel to her enslaved people. Madame LaLaurie mercilessly tortured her enslaved workers. She restrained them, mutilated them, and subjected them to sick experiments. One of her slaves even jumped to their death just to escape her brutality. In 1834 a fire broke out in the mansion and revealed the depths of Delphine's depravity. The victims of Madame Delphine linger in the mansion. There is so much paranormal activity in the grand house that you are gonna experience something while you are visiting. You can hear moans of the tortured slaves, and people have been struck by unseen forces. Probably one of the pissed-off slaves trying to get their revenge. While the mansion was undergoing renovations, they found corpses underneath the floor. Wow! Still, after time has passed, and still the bad vibes just linger within. Old Ursuline, New Orleans, Louisiana. During my research for this story, I could not find anything haunted about this place. It was a bit odd because I know you can find almost any haunted place in New Orleans. After some hours I found what I could about this location. Back in 1728 a group of 4 women arrived in the bustling port of New Orleans. Each woman had a coffin-shaped casket containing their belongings hand-picked by the Bishop of Quebec. They were meant to marry a French colonist in the budding Louisiana colony. Rumors started to spread about their unnatural pale skin, and they started to say they were vampires. The Ursuline nuns who cared for the women sealed off the 3rd-floor attic. They nailed the windows shut using silver nails blessed by the Pope, assuring that nothing would ever leave the attic. I don't know about y'all, but there is something going on at this location, and they are hiding it from the world.